has this awesome sweater paper. Like I said, I'm gonna try to peel off the sticker if I can. Some days the sticker peels off easier than others. This is the front side of the card, the packaging. So I like to use this side if I can because there's no pouch line at the bottom. I mean, I can make it work. Look at that, we got it. I'm trying to actually sometimes peel them off all the way. I just kind of stick them to a piece of like my light source here or something, like right up here. And then I can use the stickers in my photos if I want. Let's see what day 4 is. It is, oh, it's a sequin mix. So you know what that means. We have to make a shaker card. So I have to grab my supplies, pick a sentiment, a focal point. Not sure we're going to use this paper today because this is pretty thin for a shaker card. So let me go find some supplies and we will come back and make the card. We'll save this for another day. Okay, I grabbed a few things. I did grab a piece of that Winter Wonderland paper pad that I used from day 1. We are going to make a mini slimline shaker card. I pulled this as an old Spellbinders die. You could use any kind of die, any kind of tree die. But that's going to be our shaker window. I've got a piece of plastic. I've got some foam tape here. And then I got a piece of card. I'm going to put this together, our cardstock here. We're going to put this together as, let's see, is this going to be long enough? Let's check it. This side will be long enough. Okay. So cut this down to 3 1/4. That's what I like my mini slim cards to be, by 6 1/4 or 6 1/4-ish. Okay, and we've got this piece. It's going to go right here. The green is going to go back, and then we have this is going to be our shaker mix. So I'm going to go ahead and die cut this piece out, and I will be right back. Okay, so I've got my tree cut out. I'm going to save this for another card. I've got this. We're going to go ahead, and I have some double-sided adhesive, which is what I want to use to put my acetate down with. I just like to use that better than liquid glue or tape runner, so it's nice and strong. I'm going to put it as close to the tree as I can, just tearing it to where it needs to be. It doesn't have to be perfect because this is the front of the shaker card. We're going to have the bits are going to be underneath, but we can go ahead and add a few more pieces to attach this to our card panel. I don't usually worry about I just kind of pull off a few pieces and make it work. And then when I have too much, if I really can't use it, I stick it on something else. Pull a little piece off right there, and we'll pull a piece and put it right there, right there. This one needs this piece, like this is just some acetate recycled packaging, to 3 1/4. But I'm going to trim it down just a hair. Not quite to 3, but to about a 3 1/8. Just because, about that, so that it, when I go to do it, oh, see, no, this is, okay. No, that's right. This is 3 inches wide. I'm sorry. That's 3 1/4. So we need to go about 2 7/8. There we go. Because then it will be just short enough, but yet it will cover that whole window. So go ahead and pull off all of our backing paper. Now you did not have to put this much in double-sided adhesive on because we're actually going to put foam tape on the back, which is going to help it stay upright. So I have too much double-sided adhesive, but it's fine. It can stay right. It can stay where it's at. And then we'll pull this piece off as well. I'm just going to go ahead and stick that down. Just want to make sure it's kind of centered on my tree and centered back to front. And we'll rub that down. Like I said, there's a little extra overhang of that double-sided adhesive. It's fine. You could actually pull this off too. This will be fine as well. Now we're going to use our foam tape. Now I'm going to go ahead and cut pieces down for this because I'm going to do the tree first. And I'm just going to go along the edge. I'm going to go right at that tip of that part of the tree and kind of just angle it. And then I'll cut that off like that. And I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Start right at the tip of that and go up. And then I can cut a very small piece to fit in. Well, it's not going to fit in there, so we'll just stick it here. We're going to stick a piece down like that, and I'm going to cut it. Okay, so about, I am not the best card maker, but we're going to go ahead and stick it in there like that. And I have a little trick that I have learned. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to go around and try to make this one kind of big piece. Not going to quite work like that. And then we'll go around right like this and up here so that it meets. And then I'll show you a little trick I learned, but I'm also going to go ahead and take some double-sided adhesive or this foam tape and kind of stick it there. Because yeah, I didn't stick this up all the way there. Stick this piece up here. And I'm going to cut the smallest little bit here. Let's see, because I did not get it all the way in there. Which is fine. I'll show you a way we can fix that. I did not, it needed to be butted up against each other, but I did not get that. So I could peel off a little bit of this like this. That's not the ideal, but I can make that work. And stick it down again like that. And then cut there. And I could stick another piece right here just to I ended up speeding up me putting the foam tape down and the peeling off, but I wanted to show you my little trick that I have learned. So you take your liquid glue and you go ahead and just stick it in and you kind of put it where you, if you got like a weird shape type of thing, squirt it in. That will just keep any holes that might, I'm just kind of squirting it in a little bit. Now, of course, if you squirt too much, you might get a little bit of your sequence mix might get stuck in there. But just squirt a little bit in, and that will help anything that might leak, I guess is the right term, when it dries. So I'm just kind of going around anywhere there might be a little seam and adding some liquid glue. Just so as that dries, it won't sneak out. Okay. I'm also going to put a little liquid glue on the top of all of these pieces. So I have just a little bit of, oh, I forgot a couple pieces of, I used way too much foam tape on this. So you're going to forgive me here and watch me. I am a big user of what I have. So this is the foam tape I have. I'm trying to use it up before I try to purchase anything else. I'm just going to add a little liquid glue to all of the spots. Give me just a little bit extra time when I push it down, since it's so sticky. All right. I have my piece of green cardstock cut down. I'm going to grab my shaker mix. I'm just going to kind of eyeball, you know, what's there. I'm just going to use whatever falls. I'm not going to try to play with too much of it because it's a small mix. And I'm going to stand up here and I'm just going to push it out a little bit. So there's probably too much shaker mix in there. Eyeball it from side to side and push it down. All right. And then sometimes I fill my shaker mix too much, but this, it's full, but it shakes. So, I mean, at least it moves around. So we've got that. Now we need a sentiment. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use, I think I have it sitting here. I really like this, the holiday shapes. Actually, we're going to do this one. This is the ornament builder. And I'm just going to use another piece of that green cardstock that we already used. I'm just going to cut off a piece here. Let's see. It is at, I'm going to 5 1/4. So let's try to cut a 1/2 inch down. That looks like it might be the right size for my sentiment here. Any sentiment will really work. We're going to grab our Misty because I do want my shaker card to be my star. I'm going to go ahead and put this in. We're going to grab that Sending Holiday Cheer. Go ahead and just stick it right in this. I love the font that's on this. I'm going to kind of peek. That looks close enough. Grab that off and, oh, it's sticky. I haven't used this sentiment yet. This stamp set was part of the Merry Making event. It was available at time of recording. So like I said, anything I link down below will be an affiliate link. If you happen to purchase it, I get a small little, not incentive or kind of a commission based on if you place an order using my link. And that just helps me bring you content, buy new product to share with you. And I appreciate all that. I hope you're enjoying my holiday Advent series. I had a lot of fun doing the Halloween one, so I thought I would do the Christmas one as well. All right. And this is just, it's really nice and long. And so you could cover that up, but I kind of like it. I want to kind of put it down here. And it's like the perfect length of this card. So I am not going to put any foam adhesive or anything on here, but I am going to use some double-sided adhesive just because I think it will be easier. This is way longer than it needs to be. But I'm gonna go ahead and just peel that off. And I will put this on a card base later. I'm just gonna go ahead and center that. Oh, let us put our card on our grid mat here. Sending holiday cheer. Go down just one more line, I think. Oops, I hit my with my camera. I'm gonna stand up so I can see. So when you do a simpler designed card, it's always helpful to try to do your basic pieces and make sure that it is, I'm gonna use my big scissors for this, that the lines are straight as you can. So there's a little bit of extras. So it went end to end, which I'm okay with. Now I do have a slimline card here. I just have to cut that down. So I'll show you that it will go on a slimline card. You could actually even have done it this way. Put your sentiment down here if you don't like to do mini slims. But we're gonna do that. And then I think I'm just gonna grab a couple of these little berries, and I think maybe even a holly. And we'll put that down as our, I'm gonna go ahead and put 3 there, and then we'll come back for the holly berry. The leaves. Oops. You gotta make sure you only get one. I don't want a green one. I want red only. So I'll put 1. There are 3 different colors in this mix. There's a white one, see? Make sure you grab the 3 that you want. I may end up switching that other one out, this bright one out, because I grabbed other lightweight ones. Flip that back over. And then add a little bit more glue. We're going to grab one of these. This time we're going to make sure there's only the one. Yes. I think it's sticking to my finger. Grab that one there. It will take a little bit for those to dry. And then I'm going to grab my tweezers, I think, for this one. And then there was these cute little holly leaves. I'll go ahead and add just a little bit of glue. And we'll stick those. Let's see here. I might switch it around and see if I can slip it under here. We need a little more glue for that one. And we'll grab one more. Stick that one there, and then we'll stick a little glue right there on top. And stick down our last little sequin. And there we go. There's our day 4 card. Please consider subscribing, thumbs upping, let me know. Do you have a favorite holiday movie or a favorite holiday tradition? That you put it in the comments. I love knowing what other people love to do for the holidays. So I will see you back here for day 5 tomorrow. Bye.